Good evening, my dark webbers and YouTubers. It's me, the Anonymous Gamer, yet again to explore the world of fantasy yet again with the whole entire world going to hell in a handbag, if you guys ever noticed, around the world itself. Now, in perspective, the capability of understanding that the whole entire world already went to shit, if you noticed. Like, every single war has already broke out, every single thing in the world is going into chaos and commence. And the one that's kind of funnier is that now Donald Trump is starting to say, oh, well, I don't want to go to war. But in perspective, yeah, you really want to go to war because actually you're the one that actually blew up the damn fuel facilities in the first place and trying to pin it on the damn freaking Iraqians. Well, not Iraqians, but you guys get what I'm talking about. But the one that's kind of weird is that I have not figured out why does people always have to be such a dick when it comes to America itself. In perspective, I know that we're so terrible that we actually like to steal other resources from other countries like Italy or France sooner or later. I know that's for a fact. But sooner or later, that America is finally going to get their comeuppance, and in perspective, it's not very going to be very good in perspective. That means that we're actually going to be lasting less time than you would believe. Trust me. This whole entire world will come to a capability of, chaos than anything else that anybody would actually notice. But in perspective, on that, and you know, unreal capability of that situation. But the one thing that's kind of funny though too is that how many freaking porn sites are on the dark web? It's not even funny, seriously. Like there's still a whole bunch of dirty ass shit that's still set up for all the government should at least take it down. I mean, seriously, I mean they should be taking half percent of that shit down already, but nope. They decided to just make money on it. That's what they've been doing, and that's what they're gonna keep on doing too. Like now, there's several drug shops that have just reopened on the dark web as well too, and so far the government has not took those down. I've noticed. Sounds strange that they didn't take those down yet. Now do they? Because they know what they're doing is wrong, but they're not going to do anything about it because if they do something about it, they'll lose out on money resource. See, technically, everybody knows that it's money that makes the whole entire world go round. It's nothing, not nothing else though. See. So I wish that everybody would understand why the world, is how it is. See, I mean, kind of funny though is that if you know what's on in the world or what's going on in the world itself, you would understand why does the world come to the commence of chaos in the first place. See, I mean, if you would understand why the world comes to the capability of chaos, we would understand that the world comes to deadly planes in the whole entire world itself. That means that we can constantly, have wars, and we can constantly, kill each other over for what? Nothing, mainly. Like in perspective now, what's even funnier is that there's even more chop shops in New York than you think too. You can find several websites that are on the dark web today that still stand that actually go ahead and include the capability of understanding that you can go inside them. Well, I'm talking about the shops and go ahead and get whatever you want out of there. So, in perspective, now these shops are actually looking for capabilities of all kinds of, capabilities of stolen cars, vehicles, and the rest of the game like that. I mean, the fun thing is, though, I mean, I wish that they would understand that people just go ahead and start stealing shit that they won't be able to actually figure out what the hell's going on around here. At least understand that you can't really, freaking get everything over with without actually having to fuck everything up. But, I mean, technically, if you fuck everything up, then you actually don't really have anything to do, now do you? I mean, I know that everybody's gonna, start bitching and complaining to me about, about the world coming to, a closed situation. But the one that's kind of funny about that is when the world actually does come into an actual close, we're actually going to be living either on, a different planet or actually like what I told you guys, which is mainly an artificial intelligent bubble that we actually live on itself. See? I mean, the funny thing is, though, to understand why the heck we actually can figure that out, why the world will, come to a close, and we just don't know, is because that if we actually can understand why the world will come to a close, is because that this world that we have or live on today is actually going to actually end into an explosion. See, I know it's kind of funny though, is that more war equals more death. See, I mean, in perspective, if we would actually get rid of all this war and chaos, we would be a lot easier and a lot better off without all this damn freaking war. Because to understand why does people go ahead and include the capability of war is because the one that's kind of funny about it is that they should understand why war and why not actually helping each other out in this world. Like in perspective, like what's kind of funny though, if you walk outside your door today, you can just see trash and all the other shit everywhere. See, that's the funny thing about that. I don't want to be able, walk outside and not be able to see the trash inside, and that's the funny part about that. And that's what's nuts about that situation is that if you figure this out, why can't we actually just get along in this world and not actually constantly fuck each other in the ass over the capability of resources? See, then we actually would be a lot better off. Then we actually would not be, constantly kill each other over nothing, mainly. Like, if you were able to actually go ahead and help out the world for, for what they've, for what, everybody's going to be doing in the first place, and, not fuck each other in the ass over nothing. In perspective, we would be a lot better off to actually not have, not have relations in the situation of, fucking each other in the ass, but at least coming together and actually help each other without actually having to fuck each other. If you notice, like taking out the gas resources on this earth and burning them for everybody else. See, taking out the gas that we just want and then burning the rest for everybody. See, in the perspective of gas resources, mainly oils and stuff like that. Like in perspective, they say the word fossil fuels, but in perspective, I don't think it's fossil fuels in the first place. I think in perspective, we actually do have like a capability and functionality in our brain cells that we can't comprehend the understanding of every single thing going on in the world itself. I mean, if you would understand why the hell does everybody have to go ahead and fuck each other ass over nothing? Like if you notice too, like the government's already fucked how many people in the ass so far? About I don't know, about 50 billion people already, and then what's even worse, they're making it worse for everybody to live on this earth. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, funny is though, we're also having more wars now, constantly. We're also having animals die from the sky, literally fall out of the sky and die over, or mainly the word kill over. And the other things that are kind of funny is that everybody has to freaking be such a bitch about what we're actually doing on this earth though too. The funny thing is, though, too, is that sooner or later, the actual alien creatures will actually show up and actually help us out. See, the funny thing is, though, don't fall for the false prophet of America, but actually take out that false prophet that's in America itself. See, I mean, if you don't understand why does everybody have to be such an asshole about everything, you don't understand why we can't just get along. See. I mean, if you get along with everything that we actually do here in America, then you understand why in America we actually have to pull together instead of, having to actually just break up and dissipate and just, get destroyed every goddamn time. See, I mean, the funny thing is, though, too, is that when we destroy things for others, we also get something destroyed in our process. See, because like now, what's funny is about Trump is he's trying to say, oh, well, I'm going to go to a war with Iran because they blew up our resources. No, dumbass. You blew up our resources because you're such an asshole about everything. See? At least actually try and functionality of your brain cells to actually go ahead and understand why the world can come to a close and a commence on that situation. I mean, to find out to understand the situation of why the world comes to an actual close, understand why the world actually has to be such a douchebag about everything. At least figure out why can't we just automatically get along in this world. I mean, at least understand why we can't just like you call it like at least try to actually not fight against each other, but work towards one another to actually help out this whole entire world we live in. No matter what race, no matter what color, no matter what blood you are, you know you're the most strongest people in the world, no matter what race you are. And that's why I'm trying to tell the public too. If you understand the capability of understanding the race and not the perspective of being disrespectful toward one another, we would be better off. We would be stronger if we were together. See, no matter what everybody says in America, we would be stronger than anything in America that would be able to destroy us. See, so we would be stronger than anything in the world. Like we would be stronger than a bomb. We'd be stronger than a bond. We'd be stronger than a chain being soldered together. We'd just be the most strongest announceable people in the whole entire United States if we would all just get along for once. And that's my honest opinion about America itself. I mean, at least help out one another, make sure that everything's okay, make sure everything that you got is, safe and so that. And also, in perspective of talking about the word safety, always be safe on the dark web too. Make sure you always have a capability of a HTTPS process unit on your computer or your devices like that, or a VPN as well too. Well, not just a normal VPN, but you know what I mean, a Ghost VPN at least, and a capability of understanding the Onion browser too. That will hide your IP address, but you also have a capability of hiding your IP address with the VPN or the capability of the HTTPS program. See, and when you do that, you're able to go ahead and hide in the dark web without actually being bothered. See. You can even find a lot of stuff that's to do with interesting things in America that has to be on the dark web that nobody actually finds out or finds in the actual web, because like if you actually found it in the actual web, you would actually wouldn't be actually controlling the capability of understanding, but you understand the capability of understanding the destroy method of actual America. See, in perspective, America is trying to destroy everything for us. See, the government has already conspiracy against America. If you notice, like if you figure this out, what's been going on, now YouTube wants to go ahead and cut out the capability of conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories, in perspective, not just conspiracy theories, but that they're actually real people. Can't you understand that America actually is the one that's trying to destroy its own public to actually go ahead and get money resources from other countries? I mean, Jesus, people. I mean, understand that you can't fuck around with people that are in America, but fuck around with people that have all kinds of bombs and all kinds of other things, and yeah, you're gonna get your ass whooped and killed. See, that's something I want to understand. I mean, if we understand why the world has to be like criminal acts, that you understand, that's the reason. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, what the world actually is, then the understanding if we can actually help this world out. I mean, at least help every single animal out that you can. Help every single person that you can. Because in perspective, the chaos is coming, guys. We just have to not embrace that chaos, but we have to actually go with the actual flow of the capability of understanding why the world has yeah expired upon us. See, because the one thing that's kind of funny though is that if you understand why the world is how it is, without having to look at those damn electronics that we have today, then everything would be a better place off. Because like even like most people are starting to go with Facebook, and more likely Facebook is more likely a drama situation than anything else. And funny is though too is that the capability of Facebook is actually government programmed, run by the government services itself. But funny is most people would say it's just actually run by that main person that actually owns Facebook. But it's not. Trust me, guys. If you're gonna actually understand the capability of the world, at least understand it through a perspective of an actual person that knows what they're talking about. I mean, one thing that's kind of funny, I mean, what's kind of interesting is that I don't get why people don't understand, but two, is that, hold on, is that in America, there's actually stuff that's not supposed to be in the dark web in the first place. Like, but the dark web always somehow gets their hands on it too, and then somehow tries to make a profit off of those situations, like pictures, videos, everything like that. I'm just gonna say it: cheese pizza, and there's thing like that. I mean, at least actually understand that's how the dark web works. If you find the resource, you're gonna sell the resource no matter what. In perspective, they also have a capability of understanding that you can actually hack anybody's Facebook program, or anybody's Instagram, or anybody's Snapchat, or whatever, just by using a certain program that you can get for at least about 150 bucks, which ain't bad on the dark web. But the resource that it comes from is mainly, it says it's an anonymous resource, but I'm not sure if anonymous would actually do that situation, because like the one that's kind of funny is I highly doubt they would go ahead and let people go ahead and run a capability of anonymous software on America itself by going ahead and fucking them. See, but yeah, I digress on that situation. But yeah, I want to figure this out about why does everybody have to be such a jerk? But yeah, that's what my opinions, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I want you guys to understand why the ability of default comes to commence. But if you guys like this video, and if you want to see more of this video, go ahead and subscribe, and go ahead and press that like button if you want to see more. So that, well, just tell you guys, this is Anonymous Gamer signing off, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.